Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm glad that I was able to film this video because by the time you're watching this, I'm gonna be on vacation. But I really just wanted to film this little chit chat. It's mainly like a check-in. So this is really a video where I want you guys to comment down below like how are you guys doing in life. I talk a little bit about like making friends in your 20s, keeping your mouth shut, making sure that like you're prioritizing traveling. It's a quick video, fingers crossed, and I also show the main thing of this video. I show my little 10-minute makeup routine. This is what I do when I simply need to get out the house in 10 minutes. It took a little bit longer because of course I was talking, just so you look like you didn't just wake up and roll out of bed. Okay, yeah, that's it for me, and on to the video. Bye. Okay, hi guys. It is time for our chit chat. Today's video is a little bit different because I am sitting here. Y'all know this is such a great time for me. I love to just chit chat, talk about life. There's honestly just mainly like one thing, maybe two, possibly three that I wanted to talk about. Did my lashes this morning. That's because I am currently going on vacation. My first vacation of 2024. We're going to DR. I'm going for my friend's 25th birthday. There's like a few of us. I want to say like probably like 5 or 6 of us that are all turning 25 this year, and I'm just like super excited. I can't believe I'm turning 25. I'm turning 25, guys, and I'm gonna get some chapstick. I'll share the products as we go. I always start off with my primer. I use the e.l.f. Hydro Grip. One of the things that I really want to prioritize traveling this year, because I feel like one advice, not just this year, honestly until I get married, but I feel like that's the one consistent advice that I've heard from a lot of like married people or just people that have kids, is like they wish they traveled more. So I really want to prioritize it this year. I don't care if it's like a little trip. Like there's so many trips. Me and one of my friends are trying to plan a trip. She's already set in stone. I'm trying to be like, let's figure it out. But I really want to go because I'm saying set in stone, but I just had to tell my parents. I think I've made up my mind. I think I've made up my mind that I'm going. I just really want to prioritize traveling because like I don't think your life stops when you get married. However, it definitely changes, and especially when kids come into the picture, I know that like I can't just catch flights. I know your life definitely does not end. I have a client who like, that woman, whenever she's coming to my chair, she's either getting back from a flight or catching a flight. She's always going somewhere, but her kids are like, they're grown, they're out of the house, so she can do that now. But I definitely know that like in those like 5, 6 ages, like when their kids were that young, I highly doubt she was catching flights like that. Because there was one time she literally got back. I was like, oh, so where are you going? She goes, girl, I just got back from a flight 2 hours ago. I was like, 2 hours ago? She literally just got back 2 hours ago. But I'm letting my concealer dry for a little bit, which by the way, I use Too Faced Born This Way in Toffee. I really wanted to try the Hourglass concealer, but it was a moment of, Kemi, do you need to be spending money right now during the Sephora sale? And it was like, no, I don't need to. So I didn't get it. Maybe once, hopefully, if Hourglass has another sale some other day. I feel like I'm talking so fast. And I kind of just applied it under my eye, on my forehead, on my chin. And for the longest time, I really thought I couldn't do this like no makeup look because I felt like I have a lot of acne scars. There's currently a pimple patch on my neck. However, I really found a routine that works well for me, and I really just wanted to share it. Which maybe I should have done a before photo. Crap. But yeah, that was my whole point of just, I really want to prioritize traveling this year. And I set a goal for myself of like every single month. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I'll be okay with at least every other month of just go somewhere new. It doesn't even have to be out of the country. One of the places that I really want to try and go to this year is like upstate New York. There's this place called Glen Watkins. Yes, Glen Watkins. It's like this beautiful place. You could hike it. So I just really feel like I don't think God created the whole universe for me to just see New Jersey. I just don't think he did that, and I would love to see it. Like I don't even mind if it's like a little Friday to Sunday, Friday to Monday, a trip to Houston, all that stuff. I just really want to make sure that I can say I've enjoyed my life, and not in like a worldly way, but like I really just want to enjoy my life. Yeah. Anyway, I blended out my concealer, and next I'm gonna go in with my face powder, which I use this one from NYX. It's actually a dupe of the Sephora Micro Smooth, which I believe Alyssa actually put everybody on the Sephora Micro Smooth game. So if you have that, that's just what I use. And I like to go in with a brush that's kind of like this. Is that focus? So like a little powder brush like that. So I could literally like load up my brush. Dab dab, and literally I cover my face, and it covers enough of my acne scars. It doesn't cover it perfectly, but I'm okay with that. I don't want it to be perfect. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of face powder, just very, very lightly, and just set before I go in with my setting powder. You can honestly go in straight with your setting powder. I just feel like being a little bit extra. Yeah, just to set it, just to add some brightening to it. Right there. I hope you see the difference in that. The next thing that I really want to talk about was making friends in your 20s. I just felt like it's so fun. Oh my gosh. I feel like it was something that I kind of look forward to because I've seen the TikToks or like the Instagram reels where people are like, oh, like, yeah, sure, your childhood friends are cool, but what about the friends you made in your 20s? And like one thing about me, and one of my friends probably knows this, during COVID, I was so desperate to make new friends. I don't know why, but I just wanted new friends. I was like, I need new friends. I was like, I want to meet new people. Which the funny thing about it is, like, I say I love meeting new people and I say I love meeting new friends. However, the thought of being in a social situation, or if you plot me down in a social situation, my first reaction is to like want to cry. My first reaction is going to be to like panic. However, I love the idea of it and I love when it's going on, but at first glance, it just sounds like my worst nightmare. Nonetheless, during COVID, I was literally so desperate to make new friends because I was just like, I don't know, I just wanted to meet new people and all that stuff. I did Bumble BFF. I met up with one person. She was cool. I feel like nothing crazy happened. We're not still friends. But yeah, it was a cute idea. Okay, editing, Kemi here. A major part that I forgot to add, and I really wanted to add this in here, was I was also very desperate to seek, I think Instagram and TikTok contributed to this, of the whole like aesthetic of like Christian friends, and I wanted to just meet new Christian friends. And this was a moment where I felt like God kind of like convicted me a little bit and was like, how about you nurture the friends that you have? So I think that was also a little bit of what was going on as to like why I was so desperate during COVID to like make new friends. I wanted to meet the new aesthetic Christian friend group and all that, when it was just like actually nurture the friends that you have now. And I did that, and me and my friends were doing good, and we even have like prayer calls sometimes and all that stuff. So that's also something that I want to add, just in case somebody's going through the same thing, or where you're like, oh my gosh, I want to make new friends. That's so important, but also make sure that you're also like nurturing the friends that you have, because like aesthetic is cute, but like, can you pray? Can you pray? Let's go just add some setting powder, and now I'm going in with a little bit of powder. But yeah, I was just very excited to make friends in my 20s because I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm more, I don't know, established. Not in like financially and stuff, just like mentally, like my screws are a little bit tightened now. I feel the friends that you make in your childhood, oh, I love all my friends, this is not shade to them, love y'all, but I feel like most of your friends that you make when you're younger, they're due to like proximity. And I feel like, granted, some of these are still due to proximity, nonetheless, I feel like friends that you make in your 20s are almost friends that like you choose. Because I think like with school, it's like you go to the same school, you talk to each other and yada. But in your 20s, I feel like you really get to make the choice of like, hey, do I want to be this person's friend? And I feel like that part is just so exciting about it. And I was telling my friend, and I probably sound crazy, but I hope I don't. You know how like when girls get new crushes and stuff and they start planning out like their whole life with the guy? I do that with friends. I will meet somebody yesterday, 24 hours, and if we click it off like the first time, I already start thinking of them as my bridesmaid. I already start thinking of them as like the godmother of my child. All the trips we're gonna take. It sounds creepy, but like I just love the idea of making new friends. And I just feel like it's so fun. And I really want to encourage everyone to like meet new people. That's another one of my priorities like this summer, and honestly going forward. Of course, still be selective and be wise. Not everybody that seems cool is gonna be your friend and all that stuff. But I do love the idea of like just going out and meeting new people. Like, I think one of the things that I love about like what I do, and I'm really glad that God dropped me in like the whole hair doing business and stuff, is like the amount of people that I got to meet. Like I love that first initial reaction where like you get to meet somebody, you get to talk about life, you get to like learn why they think the way they think. Like, what were your life experiences? Like, oh my gosh, you grew up in China for 15 years. How did that happen? Why did it happen? Like, how was that experience like for you? You then find commonality with people, and I just think it's such like a it's so fun. I don't know, I really just love the idea of like meeting new friends. Now I'm gonna go in with my blush. I kind of carved my cheek just a little bit, and I'm just gonna add a lot of blush because I love blush. And one of the things that I really love about like making new friends is like one of my friends who's the actual birthday trip that we're going on. It's so funny because a little over a year ago, I didn't even know who she was. And it's funny because like I met her last year and now she's like a really important person in my life now. And it's so interesting because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's April 2024. I'm like, not even relationship brides, just friendship right now. But like, who haven't I met right now that's gonna be like so important and so vital in my life by December of 2024? And I just feel like that part of it is just so excited. I'm gonna try and wrap this up because it's getting dark, but I just really feel like that part of friendship is so fun, and just getting to experience new things. And I feel like I like to call it an avalanche basically of like, as you go, you know how like I feel like in cartoons they show like an avalanche, like it starts off as like a little snowball, and then as it rolls it kind of gets bigger and bigger because it's picking up more snow. I feel like this stage of my life of meeting new people, making new friends, I feel like I'm beginning to avalanche or pick up people in my life. Not that the people in my life are not important, but I'm adding onto it, and I think that part is so like interesting and so fun and so fresh because yeah, it's just fun and fresh. I don't know what else to say about that. And I feel like I'm beginning to expand and having just different friends and meeting just different people, and it's just like, this is a really cool stage of life. Yeah. But yeah, that was the main thing I want to talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and dust off. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of my blush, but I just go in with that same blush and I just go in with my crease, honestly. And I feel like it just adds a little warmth. I don't have my eyebrows on, so I look a little crazy. Let me do my eyebrows. But yeah, let me know how that face has been going for you guys. Is it fun for you guys to make new friends, or is it like absolutely not? Because I also think there's the aspect of like, fun as it is, you also just hear those like horror stories, and I feel like when you meet people when they're young, you kind of fully know them. But like when you also meet them in their 20s, there's also the aspect of like, you don't really know who this person is. Because like you weren't there when they were growing up. You don't really know if they're crazy like that. I don't know. I feel like there's also that aspect of it. But I really just try to focus on like the positive of like, I'm getting to meet new people. Brows are done. I just use my micro brow pencil and keep it very simple. Next up, highlighter. And now I go in with a little pigment. This is just a shimmery pigment. Oh, that's not the color I want to use, whatever. I just add it in my inner. I feel like it really just wakes me up. Add it on my nose. Yeah, that's really cute. There's probably one thing that I wanted to talk about, which I'm gonna remember soon. But I really just mainly wanted to do like a check-in. Like, how are you guys feeling? How are the 20s going? How do you feel about being in Q2? Are you still like on set for your goals? Like, what is life looking like for you right now? Do you have any travel plans? Like, let's have a chat down below. Let me know what you guys are doing. Yeah, and then I just add a little blush topper so my cheeks have like a subtle glow to them. And then for lips, please do not judge this little teeny weeny baby lip liner. It still gets the job done. I can't find the longer version of it. The last one about being mysterious, which I feel like I brought this up before, but I feel like God is like, he's placed it on my heart again to talk about, I feel like, and that is really the act of like keeping your mouth shut. I don't know what it is, but I've really been learning more and more to just like shut up. And I mentioned this in a video because I really struggle with like, I wouldn't say keeping secrets, but like I really struggled, like if something was going on in my life, I had to tell somebody. And I feel like God really had to like not deal with me, but like he really has to like tell me to be like, hey, like shut up. Like talking too much is a dangerous thing. And I feel like the more and more I'm realizing it lately, and I'm just like, okay, it's not every thought, it's not everything that comes to mind that you have to say. And there's so many times lately where I'm just like, something will come to mind and I'm like, yeah, don't say that. And I could literally be like mid-sentence and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm like, okay, never mind. I'll literally stop the statement. I've really been doing a lot of like check-ins like before I'm about to say certain things, and I'm like, oh, should I say that? And I feel like if I feel like God tells me to say no, I'm like, don't say it. And I'm not saying this to be like hide things from your friend and be in secret or anything like that, but definitely know what to share and when to share. And I feel like that's something that I've definitely been like learning recently. I just went ahead to go add this little beige lipstick. It's one by Shayla. She did it many years ago. It's called Quickie. It was a collaboration with ColourPop. Yeah, this is a simple video. I really just wanted to check in and honestly just give y'all a little lifestyle update, talk about the friendship thing, because that was just something that was very, very exciting. Knock on wood, everything goes well. Yeah. I didn't really fully dive into it, but really the one of like keeping your mouth shut. So I just realized that like the Bible even talks about the tongue. Our tongue is so powerful, and there are just so many things that we just say just so like casually that we just don't need to say. I remember there was even this one time where like, which I might make a whole video about the power of the tongue, but yeah, I struggled to keep my mouth shut. Like I could, for me what it was like, also this is the thing that I had to like learn with the whole friendship thing, and not that I was naive. Well, I guess I'll say a little bit. Like life was just, I'm just chatting at this point. Like life was just never that deep for me. So like I will meet somebody and like I'll literally tell them my whole life story then and there, because like for me it's just like, what's a secret? Like it just, like life is not that deep, and not that people mean evil, but then again people definitely hear certain things and act a certain way, and it's just like, okay, now that's when I go back to what I talk about. Like now I'm like, okay God, should I say that? Should I say that? Because it's just like certain things, let's keep it on the hush. But I really used to be like, yeah, this happened when I was 5 years old, this happened when I was 6 years old. Like I used to just tell people my whole life story and it just didn't matter. But now I'm like, okay, learn to hush. Learn to hush your lips sometimes. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. This is the quick makeup routine. As you can see, it's something quick and simple. Mine look a little bit more elevated because I had the lashes on, but honestly, I just go with a little bit of mascara. If I'm feeling extra, I will go in with the black eyeshadow and a little like, let me show you. Something like this, a little short and stubbly brush. The YouTube days. Something like this. And simply wing out my, do like a little wing liner with the, just so it gives me that like cat eye and I look more awake. But honestly, this is it. It's a quick and simple routine, and yeah, that's it for me, y'all. I shall see you in the next one, and bye. Oh, I feel like I had more to talk about, but I forgot. Whatever.